My parents let me know that I ruined their lives because they had me at 17 years old when they was in high school. So they had to drop out and get GEDs, and it's all my fault. It was so my fault that when I was 10 years old, they abandoned me, but still took my little sister. Now, after all these years, they're mad at me because all the inheritance money from my grandparents was given to me, and they're jealous. Can you get that? But my parents had me when they were both 17 in high school, and they dropped out to get GEDs. That way, they could, of course, take care of me. They can get jobs, take care of me. We stayed in a two-bedroom apartment. And my dad used to let me know all the time that he was supposed to be a pro football player and he can pursue his dreams and go to college and get drafted and all that because I got in the way of that. He had to give up on his dreams to take care of me. He told me that all the time. He worked as a cashier at a gas station. And when I turned 6, my mom got pregnant. My mom got pregnant with my baby sister. My dad got a promotion. He became a manager at a gas station. And things were looking up, right? Well, we stayed in a two-bedroom apartment and I shared a bedroom with my sister. That is until I got kicked out of the bedroom because she was the golden child. They wanted her. I was the mistake. So for 2 years, I slept in the living room on the couch. In our two-bedroom apartment, I slept on the couch. And when they finally made enough money to move into a better house, they left me. They didn't even take me. I was 10 years old. They left me and I went to go stay with my grandparents. But I was fine with that. I was fine with that. Cause while we was in the apartment, I wasn't getting no love from nobody. And it was apparent that they didn't love me. Even at 6 years old with a newborn baby sister, I could tell she was loved and I wasn't. The neighbor had to look after me and she showed me more love than my parents did. Some old lady that was a little mean, but she was at least caring to a child. But when they left me, I was happy because my grandparents took me in and they actually loved me. They actually cared for me. I had a babysitter sometimes that actually cared about me. And as I got older, I forgot what it felt like to be with my parents because I was getting genuine love from somebody. I ended up moving out, getting my stuff together, and then moving back in with my grandparents because they needed some help. They needed somebody to be around. And having a little extra income from me was good. My granddad taught me a lot. He taught me it's better to save than not have it. He wanted to be in the military, but he couldn't because he had some medical thing going on. So he tried to do every little thing he could to make sure he would be all right. We had generators when the power went out, canned goods to eat just in case the grocery store ran out of stuff. My granddad was a great man. And I took a lot of his saving techniques with me. My grandma passed away. She passed away about 5 years ago. And my grandfather was very heartbroken. So much is so that he ended up dying a year and a half later after my grandmother. My parents didn't even go to my grandma's funeral. They didn't even go. They didn't even show up. They came to my granddad's funeral, but they didn't even seem like they cared. They were talking the whole time and giving me looks and just not even showing any type of emotion. Turns out they had already looked over my granddad's will and he left everything to me because my parents were terrible towards me and they knew that. And they are mad that I was getting everything and they got nothing. They said it was unfair. And they asked me to share the inheritance. I said, no, y'all were terrible people. And even if I wasn't born, Granddad would have known that you were a terrible son. They sued me. They sued me for the money. And after presenting my case of how I basically stayed with my grandparents from 10 years old up until, now, and them treating me bad and not being around, the judge sided with me. The judge sided with me and called my parents disgusting humans for what they were trying to do. My dad came to me, let me know that if it wasn't for me, his life wouldn't be like this. I ruined his life. He could have been playing football. He could have had the inheritance. It's all my fault. I got in the way of everything. His life isn't what it should be because of me. I told him, listen, if I am here or not here, you are still a terrible person. I didn't make you a terrible person. You made you a terrible person. And your father knew that. I didn't make you give up on your dreams. I didn't cause mom to get pregnant. I just was born. But you are still a terrible person and a terrible father, and you will never hear from me again.